So another video, we are on a roll. Today's video, much more serious than the last. The last video was kind of aimed at the gym goers. Today's a mental health topic. And that's what I want from this channel. It's going to have some fitness content, but it's also going to have the mental health side, because if you follow me on Instagram, that you'll know that I'm quite open about my mental illness. And that's the aim of this channel. I want to spread as much awareness around mental health and kind of show people that it's possible to recover and have a normal kind of life with a mental illness. So that's the reason for making these videos. So if you do like what you see, then please subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about it, if they're struggling with their mental health. And like I said, hopefully we can spread as much awareness about this topic as possible. So I've been having a think over the last few days about how I've gone from very, very low, depressed, struggling to function with everyday life, to B, present day, being physically fairly fit and mentally a lot stronger. And I was thinking, what are the kind of main points that I can take from that journey and put out on a video to help other people? And I've kind of broken it down into a few steps on what I would recommend to anyone struggling to try to implement into their everyday life. And like I've said before, these are my own experiences. I'm not a doctor, I have no medical background. This is just me reporting on what I've found to help myself, and I really believe that it can help other people. So hopefully you can find these things useful, and please feel free to use the comment section to put any likes, dislikes, things you agree with, things you disagree with. Because feedback's great for me. I can use that and kind of make better videos moving forward on people's opinions and personal experiences. So anyway, let's get into the things that have helped me manage my depression and get me from a very, very low place to the place that I am now, which I would call happiness. So yeah, let's get into it. So number one, environment. I believe that your environment has a massive impact on your mental health, and by this I mean, if you're in a negative state, you will attract more negativity, because you are focusing on all your problems and you're only going to talk to people who want to talk about them problems, and it's a vicious circle. It's feeding your own negativity. So I used to live in Norfolk, and it's a great place. I've got great friends there, friends for life. My best friends live in Norfolk. And I decided to move to London due to personal reasons. Moving to London has massively changed me as a person, and that's nothing to do with the fact that I don't like Norfolk. It's just the fact that London has suited me as an individual more than Norfolk did. And by this I mean, where I live is very, very health conscious. It's very, very, there's a lot of health shops. It's all focused around the gym, which suits me because this is what I'm interested in and this is what my values are. So by putting myself in an environment that suits my individual needs, it puts me in a happier state. So I really think that one thing you have to do as an individual is find out what your passions are, what your values are, and put yourself in the most positive environment you can. And it hasn't got to be as extreme as moving away, or like I said, I moved to London. It literally has just got to be, for example, if your key goals or your focus is to reduce your drinking and become healthier, then you really need to remove the cues, and it sounds horrible, but the people from your life. And it's not about disliking them, but you have to separate yourself from the everyday, we always go out on a Friday drinking, because if you don't separate yourself from that, then you'll always be in that same kind of habit. So you need to then find a different circle who are more interested in what you're trying to achieve, and that can be anything. It doesn't have to be fitness. It can be building cars, or whatever you want to do. You need to find that kind of what your values are and create a circle that is aligned to your values. So I really find that one thing that will help you is understanding your environment and how you can use your environment to your advantage to aid with your mental health. So the second thing is finding your purpose. For me, I like to be creative. My mind's very, very busy. It's constantly working down to my illness. So for me, being creative, it kind of works at a speed that I want it to work at. And if I'm not being creative, then I start thinking about negative things and then I spiral into depression. So finding your purpose is a big thing that I think that we all need to kind of look at and strive towards. So by this I mean, and I might not explain this as well as I could, but I look at it this way: when you're at school and you're playing football or whatever you're doing at school, you've got a purpose. When you're at school, it's kind of like you watch football on the telly and you think, if I play football every Saturday, I might be the next Cristiano Ronaldo or the next Messi. And as a kid, you're always dreaming about, the future, what you could be when you grow up. And the problem is that a lot of us get to kind of 30 or even older, and we lose our purpose. We lose all kind of, we lose our dreams and ambitions. We just kind of rock up at 30, we've got a job doing something that we think that's all right. Maybe got a couple of kids, maybe married, and our strive and our dreams kind of, they dwindle. And I'm not saying that you've got to, think, I want to be the next president, but I also think that we need to find out what we want to achieve in our life, because the human being likes to work towards something. So that can be anything. It can be, a goal just to get fit, but you have to kind of, like I say, find a purpose in life to stop yourself dwelling on what's not in your life and, I don't like my job and all them kind of things. You have to kind of work towards something. So for me, it's this. I really enjoy making videos and I enjoy making fitness content. Now, that's not to say that, you're going to be the next big YouTuber or anything like that. But what it does do, it gives me some kind of purpose. It gives me a purpose to wake up, create content, put stuff out there. And I feel like I'm contributing, and that's a good thing, because I'm striving towards something, and that's what I think we all need to do. I think maybe I am going on a bit, but I think when you get to kind of midlife, everything's, I can't do that anymore. I can't do those things, but we can do those things. It's just that we've kind of told ourselves and conditioned ourselves that, it's not for us, or we'll never make it, or, I'll never be that fit, I'll never have a six-pack. But them things exist. It's just self-limiting beliefs. So yeah, I think one thing that you really need to do is find your purpose in life. So number 3, medication, a topic that not many people like talking about. I think a lot of people feel embarrassed about talking about medication, but I don't care. And to be quite honest with you, I've tried pretty much all of the medications out there. I've been on medication on and off for 10 years, and the one that I'm on now, which I take every night before I go to bed, is an antidepressant, and it works wonders. But this is not just down to the medication. This is about changing your whole lifestyle alongside the medication. I don't think that medication alone will help. But I think when you put yourself in the strongest position with medication, then you stand a good chance in recovery. And like I said, I have taken antidepressants, antipsychotics, like mood stabilizers. I have taken a lot of medication, and there has been a lot of medication that has made me a lot worse. And it's taken me like I said, it's probably taken me the best part of 10 years to find a tablet that works for me. So if you are struggling and you're worrying about medication and thinking, should I, shouldn't I, it is trial and error, and it is a long road. It will take a long time before you go, oh yeah, that works for me, or no, it doesn't. But don't rule medication out, because that's what I've done for a very long time. But also think about how you can improve your life on your own alongside medication. So yeah, you need to focus on the two things. So point 4 would be lifestyle. You have to change your lifestyle to suit your mental health. And if you struggle with your mental health, then there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to avoid or certainly limit to provide you with the best chance of recovery. And on top of that, you're going to have to do things that improve your mental health, such as exercise and nutrition. And for me, it's like this. If your body needs vitamins and minerals to function correctly, so if you're neglecting your body of, fruit and veg and the vital vitamins and minerals, then your body's not going to run how it should be, which will cause dips in moods and, feeling crap. If you're lacking in vitamin D, it's going to do something. It's going to alter your mindset. So you need to think, how can I arm myself the best I can against my mental illness? So that's through eating well, training. You haven't got to be a fitness fanatic and you haven't got to eat 10 fruit and veg a day. But what you have got to do is go, if I live on burgers every day and I never exercise and I sit there watching Netflix, then I am feeding that mental illness. I am not giving myself the best chance I can against that mental illness. Now, I'm not sitting here as a saint because I still go out for an occasional beer and I still eat junk food. But what I do is I put myself in the best position I can against my mental illness. So I know if I'm going out for 3 or 4 pints or 5 pints on a Friday night, then I know that Saturday is a training day and I know that I'm going to eat well on Saturday. Because it can't be all fun, and the problem is when it's all fun, that will affect your mental health negatively. So point 4 would be your lifestyle. Look at your lifestyle and think, am I feeding my mental health or am I protecting myself against my own mental health, if that makes sense? So yeah, lifestyle's a big one, point number 4. And point number 5, if you made it this far, then thank you very much. Would be to enjoy the process. I know when you're depressed, it's very, very difficult to find any good in anything. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. I know I've been there. I have made it very, very clear, through my Instagram, that I've been to the point where I've put a suicide note in a van and been ready to take my own life. So I know how hard it is when you're in that place, but when I say enjoy the process, I now enjoy the process of understanding myself, and I think that's something that everyone can take away from this video. Enjoy being you. Enjoy finding out more about you. Why does my mind work like this? For me, I know that I struggle with my emotions. They're very unstable. So I read books on how emotions work. So yeah, enjoy finding out about yourself and enjoy the things you do, and try not to take things too seriously. We're only here for a very, very short space of time. And the things you do, take this as an example. People might laugh at this video, but you've got to get to the stage where things like that can't affect you because, like I said, we're here for a very short space of time, and just enjoy what you do, If you want to learn something, go learn it. If you want to go to acting school, who cares if people laugh at you? Go do them things that you want to do, Make the most of the time that you're here. And I found that has really changed me as a person, because I spent a lot of time moaning about my current situation and worrying about the future, rather than being present and enjoying who I am and enjoying the moment. So yeah, start working on yourself, asking questions about yourself and learning about yourself, and going for things in your life. Just go out there and do things that you want to do, and it doesn't have to be lavish. Just go out and if you want to learn Spanish, go learn Spanish. Do whatever you've got to do, but just go out there and enjoy life, experience life, and forget about what people think about you, whether they like you, dislike you, and yeah, that's it really. So enjoy the process. Those are the 5 things that I hope that you can take something away from it. If you did like the video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I hope I've kind of got that across well. It's very, very difficult to speak about these things on camera, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.